10,000, 20,000, 30,000. Oh, hey, Deep Six Nation, it's your champ. Well, past champ, but forever eternal champ, Glen Crawford. I'm just counting my money here because I did lose TLC, but this is okay. I got paid to lose TLC because I signed a non-disclosure agreement saying that I would make the wrong predictions. So, if you went with my predictions, I'm sorry, I apologize, but money talks, baby. Ain't that right, Regal? Woo! Got a special guest here today. We got Batista to my left. You're right, my left. You're right, your left. He's fresh off filming Guardians of the Galaxy 5. I just name dropped that shit because this is the first time you ever heard of it. It's straight from Batista himself. I'm here with my top 5 favorite matches of the year, but I said screw the rules. I'm your forever eternal champ, Glen Crawford. I'm here to have a good time. Let's make it the top 5 moments of wrestling this year. Let's do it. Number 5.
Highway patrol vehicles, but because of the intensity, it seems like people have heard about what's going on, and all the overpasses that we've seen have been lined with...
Do the Mario! Swing your arms from side to side. Come on, it's time to go! Do the Mario!
I love you.
I know.
You don't know what hard times are, Daddy.
What's going on, guys? It is Jitsu Joey, the Deep Six champion, and me and the other guys have decided to put a list of our top 5 wrestlers and top 5 matches of 2019. So I'm going to start with my top 5 matches. So I'm not going to get into the matches. I feel like they're more special if you guys actually go check them out on your own without any spoilers. So let me start the countdown from 5. So at 5, I have Adam Cole versus Johnny Gargano at NXT TakeOver New York. Hell of a match. Spectacular match. At number 4, I have Kenny Omega versus Tanahashi at Wrestle Kingdom. Wrestle Kingdom is New Japan Pro Wrestling's WrestleMania, basically. Again, go watch it. I actually took the time and went back to watch it. I never watched New Japan, but I took my time to go watch it, and I promise you, it's worth it. Number 3 is Will Ospreay versus Okada at the G1 Climax. Day 7 of the G1 Climax, to be exact. Again, don't know much about New Japan Pro Wrestling, don't really watch it, but I felt like I had to, and I did, and honestly, what a match. Amazing. Number 2 will be Walter versus Tyler Bate for the NXT UK Championship at NXT TakeOver Cardiff. I actually watched this live with some of the other Deep Six members, and honestly, it was my match of the year until my number 1 came. And my number 1 best match of 2019 would be Jon Moxley versus Kenny Omega at AEW's Full Gear. This match is something that you have to go watch right now. You have to. It is spectacular. It mixes hardcore wrestling with technical wrestling. It's the perfect match, and that's why it is number 1 of the year for me.
I'm going to go start with another honorable mention in this one, and that is going to be the men's Elimination Chamber match from the Elimination Chamber pay-per-view in was it February, March, whenever it was. I think it was late February, with the finals coming down to Kofi Kingston and Daniel Bryan. You really, really thought Kofi Kingston was going to win the championship there. For selfish reasons, I'm happy he didn't win it until WrestleMania, but what a great moment it would have been there. But anyway, Daniel Bryan, the monster heel at the time, defeats Kofi Kingston and sucks the life out of the crowd. What a great match. What a great finish. Fantastic. Just shy of making this list. Number 5, and the only reason this is so low on the list is because I didn't watch it like while it was happening. I watched it several months afterwards, and I knew I already knew what was going to happen, so that took away a little bit from me. That is Walter versus Tyler Bate for the United Kingdom Championship at NXT UK Cardiff. And this is still a 5-star match. Fantastic. One of the best matches easily of the year. But the only reason it ranks lower than some of the other matches is because I didn't see it while it was happening. And I knew what was going to happen, so that took away from it a little bit. Still, go and watch this if you haven't watched it already. It is fantastic. Some of the best stuff I've seen. Definitely the best thing I've seen from NXT UK so far. And some of the best stuff I've seen all year, without a doubt. Number 4, we have the WWE Universal Championship match from Money in the Bank between Seth Rollins and AJ Styles. I was there for this live, and what a match. I love pure wrestling stuff like this, and I couldn't get enough of it. When the match was over, I was just sitting there enthralled, and wow, they completely delivered as 2 stars of that caliber should. Definitely go and watch it if you haven't. I'm going to say that a lot, but I mean it. So good. Such a good match. Number 3, am I biased because I was there for this too? I don't think so. Kofi Kingston versus Daniel Bryan for the WWE Championship at WrestleMania 35. What a match. What a moment. Kofi finally getting his WWE Championship. What's better than that? Daniel Bryan being the one to lose to him after WrestleMania 30, being the one in the same situation. Poetic. What? Wow. I don't think WWE could have booked that in advance if they wanted to. They just kind of fell into that situation, and it couldn't have worked more perfectly. And what a match. What a moment. Beautiful. Just completely beautiful. Kofi, you deserve it. Number 2, and I'm kind of cheating for this one because I can't pick just one because they were all fantastic, and I'm not going to choose. All 3, the NXT Championship matches between Johnny Gargano and Adam Cole from NXT TakeOver Brooklyn, or NXT TakeOver New York, whatever, the one from WrestleMania, NXT TakeOver 25, and NXT TakeOver Toronto right before SummerSlam. I have nothing to say about these except to go watch them if you haven't seen them. They are phenomenal. 5-star matches, and some of the best matches I've ever seen. Definitely would have topped the list if not for the match that is number 1. And that match is not a WWE match. Are you shocked? I'm a little shocked because I am Mr. WWE for the most part. But that match was Kenny Omega versus Jon Moxley from Full Gear in their unsanctioned, whatever they called it, I don't even know, Lights Out match. That was it. The Lights Out match. Those two absolutely brutalized and destroyed each other. What a display. What a match. Barbed wire. There's like a cheese. Like a mousetrap board. I don't even know. There was just so much stuff. Again, watch this match if you haven't seen it. I don't even know where to find it since AEW doesn't have a network yet. Get one. Come on, man. Tony Khan's got like $1 bajillion. Please make a network. I don't care if you don't have that much content. Just make one. Anyway, what a match. What a year for professional wrestling. Things are looking up, and I really enjoyed watching wrestling this year.
It's JustNot Credible here. I stepped outside because I figured I might yell and scream while I decide to tell you guys my top 5 favorite matches of 2019. And due to my short attention span, my top 5 favorite matches are all the same. They are Brock Lesnar versus Kofi Kingston on SmackDown Live. Because that match lasted 6 seconds. Every match should only last 6 seconds. Who wants a big storyline? Let's just squash people. Let's set something up for months, squash it, their fucking dreams, and then bring out Cain Velasquez to have a fucking terrible match. That's what wrestling really is all about. So thank you, Brock Lesnar, and thank you, Kofi Kingston, for fucking bringing my hopes up for all 2019 wrestling. You guys fucking killed it.
Not going to go into too much detail about the matches just because I think you should just check them out on your own. But my top 5 matches of the year are number 5, Flash Morgan Webster and Mark Andrews versus Gallus, which was, I believe, Wolfgang and Mark Coffey, and the Grizzled Young Vets, James Drake and Zach Gibson, over in NXT UK TakeOver Cardiff. I thought that was one of the best tag matches of the year. It is my best tag match of the year, actually. But I also thought it was one of the better tag matches that have been in the WWE system in years. I think it's right up there with the DIY revival feuds and American Alpha and all that, I guess, golden era, which was just a few years ago in NXT. Number 4, I have Omega versus Moxley in the Lights Out match in AEW at Full Gear. Almost forgot the name of it there for a second. I think it brought hardcore wrestling to a bigger audience, which I liked, and I thought that they had a lot of great spots in the match. Thought the storytelling was good, and I thought they really sold perfectly. I know it's not everybody's cup of tea, but it was definitely my cup of tea. Number 3, I have Gargano versus Cole at TakeOver 25. I think a lot of people will say that their TakeOver match WrestleMania weekend was better. I prefer their TakeOver 25 match. That's just me. I'm just saying. Quoting OJ there. Number 2, Dustin versus Cody Rhodes. This was the best storytelling match that I've ever seen. It was just perfect. From the match itself to the entrances to the ending of the match. It was just an incredible thrill ride. The wrestling was great, and it made a star out of Cody Rhodes. I think that Cody had himself probably his best year this year in wrestling, and I think that this match started it all off. I think this showed that he's not just a great wrestler, but he's also a great storyteller. He's great on the mic, and it helped put forward this idea that, yeah, Cody is a main eventer. And we would see later in this year just how far he had come from the mid-carder in WWE to the lower guy to being just Dustin's brother. Now he is his own person, and it's great. It was also great to see Dustin in a really meaningful match. And finally, my favorite match that I have ever watched. I said this to friends. I've said this to people who I talk wrestling with. Walter versus Tyler Bate was the best match I've ever watched. I thought that it was everything you want in a wrestling match and more. The David versus Goliath build was great, and their just chemistry in the ring was off the charts. I don't think anybody had a better chemistry-filled match than these two all year that I saw. That is my top 5. I hope that you enjoyed it, and go check them out if you haven't.
So. I'm feeling like
feeling free and it feels so right. Oh, time to do the things I like. Gonna see a princess, everything's alright. Oh, no job but I answer to. Ain't a fixture in the palace zoo. No, and since the carbonite's off me, I'm living life now that I'm free. Yeah, told me get myself together. Now I got myself together. Now I made it through the weather. Better days are gonna get better. I'm so happy the carbonite is gone. I'm moving on. I'm so happy that it's over now. The pain is gone. I changed the color of my eyes. I'm jumping in my ride. Heading out tonight. I'm solo. I'm Han Solo. I'm Han Solo. I'm Han Solo. Solo. Thinking of my past, but putting it on my side. I'm jumping in my Falcon. Putting me at my side. I'm solo. I'm Han Solo. I'm Han Solo. I'm Han Solo. Solo.
Hey, what's up? It's just Pat from Deep Six Wrestling. It's about 2:30 right now when I'm recording this. I've just edited the rest of this entire video, besides this part, and so I know how long the rest of the video is, so for the sake of time, I'm just going to go through my matches real quickly so you can finish this video, get on out of here, and go watch something else. So, number 5, I'm going to go with Jon Moxley versus Kenny Omega from AEW's All Out pay-per-view. Thought it was great. I know some people didn't. Some people thought it was too much. I didn't. I personally really enjoyed it. Yeah, there were some parts where it was like, kind of cringy, not like oh that's like really like weird and like I'm like cringing in a bad way, but like cringing like it was like brutal and it was like, oh god, that's really happening. But yeah, for the most part, really enjoyed it. Number 4, gonna go with Shingo Takagi versus Will Ospreay from the Best of the Super Juniors finals this year. Both men had an incredible tournament, and again, Shingo's entire, both men's 2019. Sorry, I don't want to not give credit to them, but both guys had an incredible 2019 in New Japan. Really fell in love with Shingo this year, and Ospreay, again, he continues to just blow my mind. The guy is incapable of having a bad match, it seems. Really excited for 2020 with them, but definitely if you've never seen a match between those two, or if you've never seen matches of those two, I guess I should say, definitely go check this one out. Great stuff, one of the best matches of the year, and that's going to lead right into my number 3, which is Hiroshi Tanahashi versus Kenny Omega from Wrestle Kingdom 13. Wrestle Kingdom 14 just happened, and so, I'm in the New Japan mood, as you can tell. But again, one of the best matches of last year. Thought about it throughout the year. Both guys just absolutely delivered in probably one of the best Wrestle Kingdom matches I've ever seen. One of the best of Omega's career, I'd probably say. And Tanahashi, I mean, the guy just put on an incredible match with Chris Jericho. Probably Jericho's best match since his match with Omega at Wrestle Kingdom 12, I think it was. Yeah, Wrestle Kingdom 12. And yeah, loved this match from top to bottom. Both guys did great. It's Kenny's last New Japan match for now. We'll see how that goes. But Tanahashi, great. And then Tanahashi dropped the title to my boy Jay White. So, thumbs up for me. Number 2 is going to be Kofi Kingston versus Daniel Bryan from WrestleMania 35. I always give WWE a lot of slack, and rightfully so in my opinion, but when they do it right, they do it right. And being there in person was just one of the best experiences of my life. Just seeing Kofi over the past several years just rise, or like try to rise up and never really do anything, just in the mid-card, then New Day, then just like comedy acts for like years, and then like the beginning of this year, it was like starting to rumble, and like Mustafa Ali got injured, and Kofi got a spot in Elimination Chamber, and that was a great match. I know Glorious Robbie Rotten mentioned it on his list, and then the whole Vince storyline came into play, and it was just, everything was in motion. Daniel Bryan was like a great heel, and then the day of the show came, and it was like, shit, are they actually going to do this? And then it was like, it was pretty early on in the card, I feel, and smart choice. I feel like if you had done that at the end of the show, the crowd would have been tired and the response wouldn't have been as great. Like, look how Becky's reaction was. It wasn't as strong as it could have been. But man, just being in that crowd when Kofi got the pinfall, when he kicked out of the running knee, like, oh my God, like, just thinking about it still gives me goosebumps. It's just one of those moments that'll go down in history as like one of the best wrestling moments, probably of all time. So definitely number 2. I feel like it could have been a bit longer, to be honest. And also just like, I don't know. It was great, but it's not my number 1. My number 1 is from the finals of the G1 Climax this year. It is Kota Ibushi versus Jay White, 2 of my favorite wrestlers working right now, with Jay White being my wrestler of the year for 2019. I thought this match was absolutely incredible. it really kind of just like asserted that these two guys are going to be like the future of New Japan, or like at like the top of the card. So big fan of that choice. And, you know, again, seeing how everything played out at Wrestle Kingdom, I thought everything kind of went swimmingly. And yeah, I don't know. Again, this is my match of the year. Go check it out if you haven't. Obviously, if you haven't watched any New Japan, you're probably going to be a bit lost there. But as a match, it's really great. And the story just builds and builds. It's a pretty big epic. But yeah, those are my matches for the year. So as the last person in this video, just want to say happy New Year to everybody. Hope you all had a happy holidays. We're, you know, going to continue to make videos into the new year. Hopefully grow this channel a bit. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Leave your favorite matches of the year in the comment section below. We'll be sure to check them out, obviously. And other than that, yeah, nothing really else to say. Hope you enjoyed our list. I'll leave a link to our favorite wrestlers of the year down below in the comments. And also be sure to go follow us on Twitter at Deep6Wrestling. That'll be right here in the video and also down in the description. Other than that, that's it from me. So without further ado, peace out.